Hello and welcome. My name's Neil and my handle is Wiley11. And let me start by saying that everything I do and say on these videos, I accept no liability whatsoever. So if you're following along trying to do something or take some of the advice I've offered, you do so entirely at your own risk. This is my attempt to give back to YouTube for the help and assistance that YouTube has given me, and I'm trying to be careful. If I slip up, then you know I'm human, and you'll have to forgive me for that. So yeah, that's what this is. This is well-intentioned and well-meaning advice, and you follow along entirely at your own risk. And if you're not wanting to do that, then by all means click this off and off you go. Thanks for tuning in. G'day, welcome back. My name's Neil, my handle is Wiley11, and I'm going to introduce the sub-project breaks on Project Zoomie. So I've already said that everything I do and say in these videos is at your own risk. So again, if you can't accept that, I accept no liability for anything that I'm saying on any of these videos. If you're following along, you're doing it entirely at your own risk. And if you can't accept any of that, well, please click this off and off you go. But if you're going to follow along with me, the project breaks need doing on Zoomie. Now, I don't think his rotors have ever been changed, the front rotor. And I don't believe the rear drum and the rear brakes have ever been done in all of his lifetime. So I just want to show you that I've got all the parts I need for project brakes. I'm not going to get them out because I've actually done that somewhere else, but in there I've got, well, I am going to get them out, aren't I? I've got a brake rotor, there's one. Got a set of rear brake shoes for the rear, along with a couple of springs, and I've got a set of front disc pads for the front. So I have everything I need there for project brakes, and what I've decided to do is incorporate the installation of this headlight kit, which is a halogen headlight kit conversion for the front headlight. So I've decided that this will incorporate the headlight as well as the brakes, this particular project. Everything's here to do that job. It's been waiting on parts, they've all arrived. So that job will proceed this week if everything goes to plan. And of course, if everything doesn't go to plan, it will proceed next week, or the week after, or the week, you know. So I'm going to take you now through Project Zoomie's brakes. The headlight's straightforward, it's just a kit. Literally rip the headlight bulb out, make sure there's an adapter that fits in where the bulb went, and then find somewhere to mount the ballast and wire it into the existing circuit. That's it. So that's the plan for Project Headlight. No real testing required. It's all been engineered internationally, and it's an internationally approved standard, and it's ready to rock. And I'm going off what the manufacturer has told me. Alright, so I'm not testing anything in terms of that. I'm simply going to test that the circuit will work when it's in situ on the bike. Now if I have to go backwards, I can go backwards. I can always put the original bulb holder and the original bulb back in. So I can go backwards if I need to. So that one's a straight up, ready to rock and roll. And now let's get into project brakes, or sub-project brakes in fact. What I'm trying to do here is just go over these brakes system and what needs doing. In the front we've got discs, and you can see here my brake rotor is pretty well scored up, and it's got a 3-point mounting, and I've got to talk to Brad about it, or I did talk to Brad about it. He told me he's got one that's 190, and was that the right one? And I said, honestly, mate, I don't know. So I got a tape measure out, and I measured across the rotor, and you can see here that I'm not exactly through the diameter, but you can see there that 190 will be close enough. It'll be very, very close to what I need. So that's not exact because I've got the tape at an awkward angle and I couldn't get through the middle of the axle. So that's where we're at with this. I went and ordered it. I got the new brake rotor for it based on that measurement and based on the fact that that's pretty pitted and looks terrible, and it probably has never been replaced in the history of Zoomie. Right, so I just want to do a quick update on Project Zoomie. I did walk up and see Brad. I walked up to the auto dealer as well, and I'm doing 4 kilometres. So the result of seeing Brad was that as part of Project Zoomie, I want to do the brakes. And here, I've actually got the front brake rotor, which I need for his front wheel. Now his current rotor is pretty crap. It's all pitted and whatnot. So my mechanic is also a bike wrecker, and he went into the stack and come up with this, and it's a bloody good brake rotor. It's got no pitting on it at all. It's as smooth as a baby's bottom. So I'm going to swap out the brake rotor for that one, and I've ordered some brake pads off eBay. So that's going into Project Zoomie down here. So I know where Project Zoomie is, and I just wanted to do this as a quick update on Project Zoomie, that we're starting to get parts come in so that we can get stuck into his next part. So I've got to order brake pads and brake shoes for the rear brakes, and then I can do brakes, and I can do everything in it like 2 or 3 days. I'm going to pull him completely down, clean him out again. I'll pull the fairings off, pull the airbox off, make sure the air filter's clean, probably replace that. I'll get a spark plug for him, or just got to get all the bits so that I can just do it all myself this time. And Brad's flat biscuit anyway. He said, "Oh, just do it yourself, Neil. You're capable. Just take your time." I've already done the fuel, which was the important thing. Get that stupid, horrible fuel that was in there out. I've done that. I've gone back to con. I won't go anywhere else for my fuel now. I'll go straight to con, because I know when I buy fuel from him, it's clean fuel. It's not got any crap in it. And he's a reputable guy. And as I said, stay away from these cheaper bloody things. You don't know what they're putting in the fuel. Got no clue. All right. Sign this one off, and I just want to do that quick update before I turn in tonight, and I'm going to keep going. I've got another update to do for the diet, so if you're following along my diet one, good news, I kept that weight off because I did all that walking, and I'm just about to update that one. Thanks for tuning in.